Agonizing Blast, Ring of Flinging, or Empowered Evocation. Those are just some effects that are stronger than what you would expect from reading their description. These and some other effects can be added multiple times, and I am not talking about Empowered Evocation being added to each magic missile. I am talking about Empowered Evocation being added twice to each magic missile, or the Ring of Flinging being added 6 times to a single throw. The biggest culprit in these shenanigans is Shriek, but Sneak Attack or Tavern Brawler will play a role as well. Let's start with a simple example. Wizard with Empowered Evocation casting Magic Missile. Each missile has its damage boosted by your intelligence modifier. So far everything is fine. But what if the target is affected by Shriek? Each missile triggers Shriek and its additional thunder damage as expected, but you can notice the damage numbers are much higher than the 1d4 that is stated in Shriek's description. That's because your intelligence modifier is applied here again. Usually you can't really see that from the combat log, because the damage breakdown is a bit weird and sometimes shows wrong values and effect names. The only thing you can really trust is the damage total, that always corresponded with the actual damage the enemy took throughout my testing. This extra damage is applied to Shriek when dealing damage with any evocation spells, so if you prefer Fireball, Scorching Ray or anything else, you will still reap the same benefit. Similar to previous example, let's see Potent Robe and Agonizing Blast, the core setup for Eldritch Blast builds. You can probably already guess what happens when you cast Eldritch Blast on a Shrieked enemy while having those two effects. As expected, each beam deals 1d10 plus twice your Charisma modifier, but then it deals 1d4 Thunder from Shriek plus additional Charisma modifier, and then your Charisma modifier once again. With 20 Charisma, this is 10 extra damage per beam, adding up to 30 extra damage per cast once you get 3 beams. Adding Hex to this setup doesn't add the Charisma modifier again, but it does trigger extra Hex damage. Now let's move directly to the most broken setup I have found so far. What we have here is a thrower with Tavern Brawler, Rage, Ring of Flinging, Gloves of Uninhibited Koshigo, and Callous Glow Ring. The target is affected by Shriek, and the attack of choice is Throw with added Sneak Attack. By the way, if you want to know how to perform a sneak attack with Throw, I have a video on that too. I'll link it in the description. Back on the topic. Now, the combat log is a huge mess, so you will have to take my word that what I'm telling you is correct. First, we have the lightning damage that comes from the weapon, nothing unusual here. Then we have the throw damage, nothing weird here either. We have the weapon damage, enchantment, strength modifier, gloves bonus, ring bonus and rage bonus. But now it gets weird. We have the first thunder damage from Shriek, but here we once again apply the bonus from the ring, gloves and rage. Next we have a second thunder damage from Shriek, and here again we are adding the bonus from the ring, gloves and rage. Next there is the strength modifier from Tavern Brawler, and then yet again we add the bonus from ring, gloves and rage. Then we are adding the sneak attack damage, the expected 2d6 from sneak attack, but then again the bonus from the ring, gloves and rage. And finally, the sneak attack triggers a third addition of Shriek's thunder damage, which is again boosted by the ring, gloves and rage. So in total, Shriek's thunder damage is added 3 times, and the bonuses from the ring, gloves and rage are added 6 times in total. And I believe you also noticed that almost everything adds radiant damage from the Callous ring, which was also added 6 times. After recording the previous segment, I found out you can further boost it with Horns of the Berserker. This helmet also adds its damage to thrown weapons, even though it's not in the description, and it's also added multiple times in the same way as the Callous ring. The helmet also multiplies its damage with normal weapons and unarmed attacks. Unfortunately, most other bonuses I tested can't be applied like this. There are many effects that I wasn't able to multiply no matter what I tried. These effects include Caustic Band, Hunter's Mark, Dark Justiciar Gloves, Diadem of Arcane Synergy, Helldusk Gloves, Flawed Helldusk Gloves, or any other gloves that add bonuses to weapons or unarmed attacks. There are so many effects and countless ways to combine them that if I wanted to cover everything it would take months to test and the video would likely be several hours long. So please be aware that something like this can happen. There are surely more multipliable effects than what I found in this video. If you know about any other combination, please let us know in the comments. And if you liked this video, check out my other content for more tips, tricks, or just interesting moments. Thank you for watching and see you next time.